The truth is, you don't need an expensive studio to get great sounding vocals. In the audio interface I'm using, but I would add a rule of thumb I've learned to be more and more true over the years. You've probably seen pretty much every single podcaster around the world using for all of their content. What's up, BandLab? My name is Coleman, and today I'm going to be giving you my BandLab mobile guide on recording vocals at home and on a budget. In this video, I'll show you how to record professional, quality-sounding vocals at home using just your phone, an affordable audio interface, and a dynamic mic. I'll also share some tips on mic technique, reducing background noise, and getting the cleanest sound possible. So let's jump in. So to make it simple, I have this video broken up into 5 different sections of how to get professional sounding vocals at home. And the first component is gear setup. So first, let's talk about what you actually need. And the audio interface I'm using to record into my phone is the IK Multimedia iRig Pro Solo, which lets me connect an XLR mic directly to my phone. For the mic, I'm using a Shure SM58 or an AKG equivalent like a D5. And here's why. It's dynamic, meaning it mainly picks up sounds close to the mic and rejects background noise. Plus, it already has a built-in windscreen, so you don't need to use a pop filter. And since you can record while holding it in your hand, you don't even need a mic stand. Now, you could use a condenser microphone, but those are more sensitive. They pick up a lot more room noise and usually require better space treatment. And that's why when starting out, I highly recommend using a dynamic mic for a simple and budget-friendly setup. Now, component 2 is connecting everything. And setting this up is super easy. All we have to do is connect our XLR into our microphone, then plug the other end of our XLR into our audio interface. Then we just connect the cable from our audio interface into our phone. And when you're recording, you obviously need to be using headphones because we only want the microphone to pick up our vocals. And your headphones are going to need to be wired. This way, we can plug our headphones directly into our audio interface and not have any latency like we would if we were using Bluetooth headphones. And you don't need fancy headphones to make great music, so I would just use whatever wired headphones you have lying around the house. Next, we need to make sure to set the gain on our audio interface correctly. We want our vocals loud and clear, but not distorting. A good rule of thumb when setting your gain is to sing the loudest part of your song and then adjust your levels from there. So we want it in the green, maybe hitting the yellow, but not hitting the red. Next, we have the third component, which is choosing the right space. One of the best things about using a dynamic microphone is it works well in almost any space. But if you do have the option, still pick a room with less echo, like one with carpet, furniture, or anything that can absorb sound. Also, turn off any background noise like fans or AC, and you're good to go. If you were using a condenser microphone, the room would matter a lot more because they pick up way more reflections. But that's exactly why I recommend a dynamic microphone like an SM58 or D5. They're more forgiving, cheaper, and they just work better in most real-world spaces. Now, you might be wondering about using the SM7B, which is what I'm using right here, right now to record this video. And it's the mic you've probably seen pretty much every single podcaster around the world using for all of their content. And it's a great mic. It's the mic I choose to record the vocals on almost all of my songs. But it's a lot more expensive than an SM58, literally 4 times the price. Most budget interfaces, especially the ones that work with phones, don't provide enough gain for it on their own. They need a signal booster like a Fethead or Cloud Lifter. And since those signal boosters require phantom power, which this one has, but not all do, it's just not, in my opinion, the most beginner-friendly option. Component 4 is mic technique and recording tips. Once everything's set up, how you use the mic makes a big difference. You're going to want to hold the microphone about 3 to 6 inches from your mouth to get a clear, full sound. If you have the microphone too close to your mouth, it's going to have a boomy sound with too much low end. But if you have the microphone too far away when you're recording, 2 things are going to happen. It's going to sound thin, and when you go to compress your vocal, it's likely going to bring up more background noise. And you'll also want to try and stay pretty consistent with the distance from your microphone when you're recording.
Let's be wild, let's be free, let's drift away, just you and me. We don't know how, we don't know where, we'll make it work, darling, I swear. Oh, we are what we need. You'll see, you and me.
An exception being, if a part gets really loud for a moment, you want to pull the microphone away as to not distort in your audio. It also might be worth experimenting which direction you're facing when you're singing. Sometimes your room has more echoes when you're pointed certain directions. Now the fifth and final component is going to be using BandLab's voice cleaner and their effects to process our vocals, which helps remove background noise and room echo with just one tap. You can then add your effects like tuning, EQ, compression, de-essing, reverb, delay, all to help you shape your vocal to best fit the sound you want in your song. But I would add a rule of thumb I've learned to be more and more true over the years is that often less is more. And the cleaner you can get your raw vocal, I promise you the better it's going to sound in your final mix.
Let's be wild, let's be free. Let's drift away, just you and me. We don't know how, we don't know where. We'll make it work, darling, I swear. Oh, we are all we need. You'll see, you will.
And that's it. With just a phone, a budget interface, and a mic, you can get professional, quality sounding vocals at home and without breaking the bank. Let me know in the comments what mic and interface you're using. Or if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be responding on my account, Coleman Music. If this helped, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and as always, happy producing.